defensive rotations by the Eagles, and now they force the turnover. King Gibson in transition, lost the handle. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Montverde.
Some nice hustle there from Nas Hart, knocking that one out, just trying to take out any momentum that they could give away. I'll tell you, man, once again, the Metro Classic, just a staple in the state, a staple in the country. I mean, to have programs like Montverde, like La Lumiere, you know, Legacy, Texas, come out, it's just a testament to just how good things are happening in New Jersey with the sport.
Greer for three, knocks it down in the corner.
I don't even know if he jumped on that one, Jack. He looked like he barely left his feet.
He has a smooth stroke, the 4-star, number 56 ranked player in the nation. He's already committed to Creighton. That one poked away. Dante Allen in transition. Now Greer with the Euro step in the lay-in. Showing off the three ball, and now the inside finishing to give Montverde a 5-0 lead.
Can't wait to see him in the tournament soon, you know. Playing at that college level with Creighton, it's going to be a sight to see for sure.
Morrow off the screen, trying to feed inside the Hart, couldn't get it there. It was intercepted. Gibson with the hop step, and the finish.
How about Ingram on the defensive side to be right in the right place? I mean, literally, it was just like hot potato, fell right to him, and the break has started.
Hillsman gives it up. Toby Nwabu up top. One-on-one, trying to throw it back door. It was tipped, but ends up with Morrow. Now Nwabu going to work, getting to the bucket. High off the glass, no good. Hillsman the offensive rebound. Nas Hart with the left hand, high off the glass and in.
That is a tough finish through a bunch of black jerseys, a couple of trees. He just had to cut down on his way to that one.
Just over 2 minutes down. And a much-needed bucket there for College of Chief, who was really stymied offensively up until that point, and that was not an easy bucket to come by either. The driver finishing inside is Trent Sisley. Great ball movement.
How about the assist coming from the future Florida Gator? C.J. Ingram just threw that one over the shoulder. Just absolutely no effort at all, right on the money for that assist.
Peter Morrow trying to go to work. Driving right, floats it up and in off the glass.
Crafty move going with the left hand after initiating the contact with it. I think he might have caught the defender just a split second off guard. He wasn't expecting him to go close hand with that.
Three ball from the wing, no good. Fight for the rebound. Greer tips it to himself. Dishes, and an easy finish inside, or at least making it look easy with C.J. Ingram. And a timeout. College of Chief wants to talk it over.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a battle right now. I mean, from the opening tip-off, they've had some good possessions, but an 11-4 score, they want to just try to slow things down just a little bit. We saw them start this game after the opening tip-off. They shaved off a solid, like, 15, 17 seconds before we even saw a shot attempt. And you know that this game is being played at a pace where, not that they can't play fast, but when you're looking at this Montverde team, I think you definitely want to try to slow things down before those fast break points start piling up on you, because this is a team that runs the break with the best of them.
Yeah, these are obviously two coaches that know each other very well. Kevin Boyle won 5 Tournament of Champions trophies at St. Patrick's, which is now the Patrick School up here in New Jersey, such a powerhouse around the country. Dave Buff really made his name at Roselle Catholic, where he won 4 Tournament of Champions titles. And that is the second and third most, respectively, behind, of course, the legendary Coach Hurley. Bob Hurley at St. Anthony's, where Boff got his start as an assistant coach. Some pressure defense. Morrow able to get it across the timeline. Go to the bucket, and it's swatted away by Ingram. My goodness.
I thought we were playing basketball, man. That was a volleyball spike up there.
Ingram came in from out of nowhere. And a whistle here going to go against Morrow as College of Chief will look to make some changes.
I think Morrow was just trying to say that he got ball, but clearly it looked like he got some arm contact behind on Gibson. I think that was the right call for me. So
King Gibson handling it up top. Mark Johnson, Deuce Maxey into the game. Almost halfway through this first quarter. Stepping into a 3-ball is Greer. That is pretty. A beautiful stroke, and Greer is 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
I mean, Hudson Greer or the Hudson River, because my man is splashing from downtown.
Some trouble getting it in. Mark Johnson comes up to help out. Johnson, nice jab step, feeds to Hillsman. Kick out Maxey, free throw line pull up, rattles out, couldn't get the home roll. The follow from Morrow also won't go. Oh, great vision by Dante Allen. Into transition, blocked away by Hillsman. Morrow steps into one and got it.
No hesitation there, but oh, a little cherry pick on the other end.
Easy one on the opposite side for C.J. Ingram. So just as we were going to talk about, just what the doctor ordered, a 3-ball for College Achieve, and Ingram gets 2 of them back. And now they poke it away. Allen up ahead to Gibson. Oh, and he's fouled on the way up. Great hustle back by Deuce Maxey to stop the easy 2.
Even before that, I mean, Montverde just swarming on defense. And Jackie, I don't know if I've ever seen a handoff intercepted like that, with the double team just coming in and causing the havoc, causing a fumble to happen.
First free throw good for Gibson. A trio of changes here for Montverde. Donnie Miller, Caden Allen, and Hakeem Weems all into the game. Unbelievable size out there for the Eagles. Free throw tracked down, and it'll go out of bounds, stays with Montverde.
See, Ingram on that one already left his feet, didn't want to go out of bounds with it, quickly hits the eject button and hits it off on the chief player.
3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Allen in some trouble, threw it away. Hillsman in transition. Euro stepping, left hand, tough finish.
Got to applaud that one. I mean, when you have a stride like that, just a great job of hitting that Euro and able to finish it through.
2.5 to play here in the first quarter. Gibson, oh, nice hesitation, and there for the follow is Hakeem Weems. Weems is kind of a late riser here in this senior class. He's only got 4 offers. Boise State, Georgia State, Navy, and Yale, but he's nicknamed Boom, and you saw why right there.
You got that right. You see just absolute power coming from there. And who knows, maybe would it be the first time that somebody within the last year at Boise State made a name for themselves? You know what I'm talking about? Future Dallas Cowboy, Ashton Genty, I'm hoping.
Deuce Maxey going baseline, gave it up. Up top, 3-ball for Johnson, book it. So the offense really starting to show up here over the last couple of minutes for College Achieve. It feels like after that beginning where they were kind of overwhelmed by the pressure and size of Montverde, they've started to settle in. A drive and kick, Gibson. Has the screen, almost lost it, now he does. Johnson on the break, hands it off to Hillsman. He went for the poster and couldn't finish. Now numbers the other way for Montverde. The lob too strong. Back and forth we go. Morrow stepping into a 3. That's off the mark. Montverde pushing the pace the other way. Ingram leading the charge. Gibson cross court. In the lane, Miller draws the foul, and finally we can take a breath.
Yeah, I mean, this game just being played at a breakneck speed. Jackie, I can't even get a word in right now. And that's not your fault. That's just because it's like a ping pong match, just back and forth, back and forth. We are up and down. We are showing off basically a cardio video at this point.
Eric Hillsman tried for the dunk of the year, by the way, in that sequence. Unable to finish it. King Gibson using the 6'5" frame to go up and get that one off the inbound. Weems couldn't hit from the elbow, but Montverde takes it right back. In the lane, Ingram. Kick out, Miller for 3. Too strong. Maxey ends up with the board and draws the foul. Final minute of play. It's a 7-point Montverde lead. Nwabu will take it across against Hudson Greer. Nwabu to the bucket. Left hand high off the glass. No good. That one would have been really helpful for College Achieve. Buckets have been tough to come by. Now on the other end, though, Caden Allen showing off the righty hook.
That's just a nice touch. You see just a little baby hook right on the money. That one barely touches the rim as it falls in. Nice technique.
25 seconds to play in the first. Morrow. Crossover, Nwabu. Floater, no good, but a foul, and he'll shoot two.
Nice job by Nwabu. You see just operating in traffic there. And there was some staunch defense. You see Greer just running guys out of his zone and picking up the very next one. But nice job by Nwabu fighting to the line here.
So 17 seconds to play in the first. Toby Nwabu looking to knock down some big free throws, but the first one rolls around and rattles out. Those are the type of opportunities that College Achieve is going to have to take advantage of if they want any chance in this one. And they come up empty at the line. Hudson Greer skying up for the rebound. Hudson Greer's had a really impressive first quarter here. The 6'6" senior. Down to 5 seconds to play. Inside a slam for Weems. An exclamation point at the end of the first quarter as the heave from Mark Johnson is no good. And so College Achieve did a good job keeping it at arm's length for a little bit there, but Montverde flexed the muscles at the end.
I mean, man, they really are impressive. The last thing I thought that we were going to see at the end there, a two-hand jam, and they just fire it right on into the paint, and then boom, Weems soars up into the sky and rips it down. I mean, it's just been an all-out impressive show. You got to give the College Achieve, you know, they're keeping it a bit close here, but they got to watch out because now the points are starting to pile up, and they need to start getting their own offense going. We saw some sparks from Hillsman and co., but I think they just got to Jack, how do you even stop this? I mean, you try to slow it down, they're able to set their defense on you, and now it's even tougher. But if you go with a faster pace, they're able to go at even a faster pace. So how do you even balance this out? I don't even know, man. You need just a little bit of luck, maybe a 3-ball or 2 to fall within your favor, you know?
And the size is really the difference maker in that first quarter. The shortest player on the court in that first frame for Montverde was Donnie Miller, standing at 6'3". So it's just they're playing a different game.
Man, there's just talent from around the nation here. College Achieve's got a quality program and attracting players from other big schools to come play for them within the state, but no disrespect, I do think that there is levels to this when we're talking about the talent pool that we're working with.
And Nas Hart, who is really one of the stars of this College Achieve team, a 3-star recruit, the number 4 player in the state of New Jersey, was held relatively silent in that first quarter because of that size. See if the zone defense can work here coming out of the break for College Achieve. That one poked away, and it'll stay with Montverde.
So now the question is, where do you go from here? I think you got to lock in on defense here. You got to make this an ugly, physical game.
That one left short. The defense is really going to be the tough part. Montverde has really gotten whatever they wanted on that end so far. Maxey trying to get to the bucket, and they'll get Donnie Miller with the bump. So it stays here, and Dante Allen set to check back in. Allen headed to Villanova, his future coach and future teammate in attendance. Morrow. Oh, my goodness. At the apex, Hakeem Weems volleyball swatted it out of here. Showing off the athleticism once again. This Montverde defense has been swarming, and finally Nas Hart gets free and the dunk rattles out.
I mean, when it rains, it pours. They did just get Miller reaching in on that one, but if you're Nas Hart, I know you want that one back. Maybe you go up with 2 hands instead of the 1.
There's no higher percentage shot in the game. Tried to throw it down and just Lost the handle on it at the last second. College Achieve lucky to get it back, but they throw it away. Dante Allen feeding to Greer, uses the left hand to finish. Hudson Greer, the future Blue Jay, the highest recruit in the school's history. So obviously excited to get him on campus in that star-studded Big East Conference. Deep three ball for Morrow, misses everything. Maxey at the elbow, falling away. Short, great box out by Weems. He's been really good to start. Greer gave it up. Miller through some contact, off the glass, no good. So coming off the bench here for Montverde, some changes. Gabe Weiss into the game for the first time, and Trent Sisley re-enters. A minute and a half gone by here in the second quarter. Wabu saw the double team coming, gave it up. Morrow over to Maxey. Now Morrow going to work again. Off glass, left it short. Able to track down his own miss. Stepping into a three is Nwabu, no good. Hart had his pass tipped away. Miller able to track it down. Great athleticism. Feeding inside to Sisley. Somehow no whistle at first, and a late whistle makes up for it. Sisley had a hand around his bicep, and now he'll shoot two.
He was still able to get that ball to go up, almost gets it to fall. Little Circus Olay action if he had gotten it.
Trent Sisley, the number 65 player in the nation in the senior class, a Santa Claus, Indiana resident, and he is going back home to Indiana next year. He said it just felt like home, and he could feel how much Coach Woodson and his staff wanted him. And so he will look to bring Hoosier basketball back to prominence.
I was going to say, you know, the Hoosiers love their in-state prospects, you know.
Nwabu driving dish, drew the whistle. Obviously, basketball is so important out there in that great state.
And Jackie, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we have one of the Mbako brothers playing Hoosier basketball. Just ties all around here between Roselle Catholic and Montverde, and you know, even guys going to the next level. Who knows if he'll even still be there? Maybe they'll be teammates, maybe not. You never know.
5:42 to go in the first half. It's a 26-12 Montverde lead. They've used the defense here in the first half to keep distance. Mark Johnson couldn't finish with the left hand. Allen up ahead to Gibson for three. Too strong. There for the misses Weiss, but he had it blocked away. Good athleticism from Johnson. Hart faces up. Oh, stonewalled by Allen. Great defense by the future Wildcat. Thought about a deep one. Now driving in with the spin, the left hand a bit too strong, but two shots coming up.
And man, College Achieve, I'm just feeling for them right now. Even when they have some success, you see that big block, just can't get it going on the offensive end still. And now, fouls on the defensive end, I think you just got to get a little bit physical. Not obviously looking for any malice, but just try to show some presence here, because I've run out of ideas at this point, Jackie. We were just seeing everything on display.
Second free throw from Allen is good. Makes it a 16-point game, 3 minutes down here in the second quarter. It is just an embarrassment of riches for the Eagles. And again, this is a team that is a bit down from last year. It says more about last year's team than this year's team. Cooper Flagg, Derek Queen, Liam McNeely, Rob Wright, Asa Newell, and Curtis Givens all moving on to play at the next level and making huge impacts at their new locations. That three ball from Johnson missed everything. Allen going to the bucket, floated it up, no good, but there for the follow is Trent Sisley.
I mean, even when there's an ugly shot put up, there's someone right there behind to clean it up. Good Lord.
Up to a 30-12 Montverde advantage. Hillsman using the body. Couldn't get it to fall. Ingram up ahead to Sisley for the slam. And College Achieve needs a timeout. It's up to a 20-point Montverde advantage halfway through the second quarter.
It got ugly real quick, my friend, and it's just been transition bucket after transition bucket. Just an impressive showing. As you said, an embarrassment of riches. I mean, the Eagles are soaring high right now, and College Achieve it just can't keep up with the height, which is kind of insane considering that, you know, there is guys like Morrow, Hart, and Hillsman, but they really need to step up here. We've seen some bright moments from a couple of them, but they need to show some consistency here to be able to get back and compete. Although, I'm not going to lie, a 20-point game, and it's only quarter number 2. I fear this one might get a little uglier if things don't change soon.
It's a Montverde team that went 34-0 last season. Won the Geico Nationals, now the Chipotle Nationals. 7-time national champions, and they've won it 3 out of the last 4 years. Up to number 10 in the nation, according to Max Preps this season. And you know, I think it's interesting. Earlier this season, Coach Boyle said, you know, usually you have 3 or 4 guys returning that can hand it off to the new guys. It's not really the case this year. They have Caden Allen, the only guy that returned, but he didn't play much. They don't have anybody on this team that averaged more than 3 minutes a game last year. So he said it took a little bit to start this year, but he feels like they're starting to turn a corner. Morrow to Morrow as College Achieve looks to find something out of the timeout. Mark Johnson hands off to Morrow again. Montverde not giving an inch here on the defensive side. Hart gives it off. Morrow trying to draw the foul, couldn't do it. Ball is loose. Sisley over to Gibson. And now King Gibson will slow it down. Ingram working baseline. Drive and kick, man, that ball just zips around for Montverde.
I think it would have bounced off my face at least 3 times already just on this possession alone with the heat that they're passing it at.
Weiss gives it up. Ingram draws the contact against Anthony Morrow.
I didn't love that just for the sole fact of Ingram did kind of have his arm a little bit extended. I thought that he kind of initiated that and wrapped up Morrow, but nonetheless, refs saw it the other way. And in today's game, you know, the offense is always going to receive the benefit.
Caden Allen, Hakeem Weems checked back in for Montverde. Weems had a great first quarter for the Eagles. .250 to play here in the second. Allen stepping into a 3, knocks it down. Dante Allen with the triple. And Montverde just continuing to add to a huge lead.
Still moving, but able to square up his shoulders and bend that elbow right to the rim. Just perfect technique, even though that's a hard shot. He made it look so easy.
Hart with the hook shot, left short. Allen in transition. Kicking out to Caden Allen for 3, no good. Good box out by Nas Hart. Able to win the loose ball out of bounds. Back to College Achieve.
And, you know, I got to give it to College Achieve too, though. I mean, the Knights, not necessarily the season, 12-6 that they wanted, but to even schedule this game said, hey, we're getting after it. We want to play the absolute best out there. You know, forge it by fire. They got talent on this team, and iron sharpens iron, you know. So, although maybe not going how you want, definitely some things to learn from this performance.
Aiden Daco Green, the sophomore, checks in for Montverde. First time he's seen action today. Hillsman in the isolation. Fall away, got it. Tough bucket for Eric Hillsman, the Jersey guy.
And I think Hillsman has really stepped up his game from last year. Really more of a slasher, but now you can see a lot more comfortable dribbling, a lot more comfortable just getting and creating his own shot. in the mid-range game, I really like what we've seen from him.
Inside whistle is going to send Mark Johnson to the free throw line. Eric Hillsman, the Roselle Catholic transfer. He was a year late. Obviously, Coach Boff left last year, and Hillsman played one more season at Roselle Catholic, but eventually following the former Lions head coach.
How about even Roselle Catholic as a program? I mean, even, with the changes, two big guys from last year transferring out, they're having a heck of a season themselves. I mean, there's just talent all over the place in the state. You got to love it. Hillsman, though, is a guy, out of all the teams that we've ever covered, Jackie, if we were doing a dunk competition, he's in the starting five.
Now Javion Tyndall in for the first time for Montverde. So Coach Boyle going into his bench a little bit, and Hakeem Weems swats that floater away. Ingram for three. Left it short. Hillsman fighting for the board. Threw it out of bounds off of Hakeem Weems. So some good agility there for Hillsman. Wins a possession. Down to 1:15 to play here in the first half. Morrow feeding it down low. Pass was intercepted, and Montverde gets it back. Hand off, Daco Green, and he walked on the jab step. So 36-14.
And they're still full court pressing.
It's been all Montverde here in the second quarter. Only 2 points in this second quarter for College of Chiefs. So they really turned up the heat defensively. Has Montverde. Under a minute to play. Fall away from Maxey is good. So a tough bucket there. And College of Chief back on the board.
I like his form. He missed one of those before, but I love the crossover. I love the way he's able to compose his body in the air. He's got a beautiful jump shot.
30 seconds to play in the first half. Montverde looking to add to a 20-point advantage. We'll see if they hold on for the last shot. The Canadian, Tyndall, going to the bucket. Had it poked away, able to recover and finish. Spinning it off the window. Some pressure from Montverde, trying to speed up the Knights. Maxey up ahead to Johnson. Going to the rim, couldn't slam it home, but Hillsman's there for the follow. And that takes us to the end of the first half here at Franklin High School. It was all Montverde in that first half, but especially in that second quarter.
Dude, that defense, I mean, what they give up, 4 points the entire quarter, just insane. I mean, a 20-point lead, and they're still full court pressing. They got other games this weekend here that they're going to be getting ready for, but you can see just excellence of execution out there on this court right now. And it's just so insane to sit here and be talking about how this is, compared to last year, a down year, which is still just full of talent, going to the next level. I mean, just everywhere you look, ESPN Top 100, all over the place. I mean, their fingerprints are quite literally not only all over the ball, all over the rim, their footmarks all over the court. They are just dominating and conquering every inch of this game.
Yeah, and listen, College Achieved had it close near the end of the first quarter. It was, I think, a 2-possession game, and then Montverde put their foot on the gas pedal and did not look back after that.
No, I mean, College Achieved, though, I would love to see them getting Eric Hillsman more involved in this one. I saw some bright moments from him, able to split the defense. And he's not as hard to step it up just a little bit. He's been in some moments where he could give us a show, but unfortunately just couldn't capitalize on it. We know there's talent here. I would like to see the Morrow brothers getting after it, and somebody please keep giving the ball to Deuce Maxey in that mid-range game. I think we could get some points there. You got to score it the hard way, though, when you're facing this kind of defense.
So an impressive showing in half number one for Montverde. They lead at 38-18 at the break. Jack Bartek, Brandon Marazzo, we're going to step aside for a minute. We'll be back here on All Abilities Live. Back here on All Abilities Live, Jack Bartek, Brandon Morazzo. After one half, Montverde really just putting their stamp on this one. A 38-18 lead over College Achieve, and they showed why they're one of the top 10 teams in the nation.
And they're definitely living up to the name Eagle. I mean, just soaring above the rest. I mean, you got to give it to the College Achieve Knights. I mean, they're trying to throw a lot at them. Nothing's really working. I think I would like to see more three ball. I would like to see the ball in the hands of Eric Hillsman. But we'll see what happens in the second half action. If you're Montverde, obviously don't change anything. It's a recipe for success. Maybe get some other guys some looks that, haven't gotten maybe throughout the season.
Nawabu going to the bucket, couldn't finish. Greer quickly the other way off the window and in, and picking up right where we left off at the end of the first half. Hudson Greer, who was impressive in that first half, stepping up again. So it's Moro, Nwabu, Hart, and Hillsman out there for College Achieve. Allen, Greer, Gibson, Trent Sisley, and C.J. Ingram, the group on the floor for the Eagles. Hillsman trying to kick it out. Nwabu for three, knocks it down. So some signs of life from this College Achieve offense. Cuts it back down to 19. Allen from the mid-range, too strong. Rebound tapped around, and Peter Morrow starts the break. His brother Anthony with a little hesitation and finish. Nice stutter step move. And College Achieve wanted the out-of-bounds call there on the inbound. The entire bench jumped up in unison. Couldn't get the call, though, so Montverde retains it. Allen off a screen. Down to Sisley. A little rim grazer, able to ease it over the front iron. And so the two teams going tit for tat here to start the third. In the corner, Morrow for three, missed everything. Allen pushing the pace. Hands it off to Greer. Gibson. Ingram left all alone. Too strong on the triple. Nwabu. Now Hart feeds it up top. Hart inside with the slam.
Jackie, do you feel that? We have pulse from the Knights right now. I don't know what was said. Maybe that any given Sunday speech in that locker room, but they have clearly, Coach Boff has said something to them, injected just a little something into the veins. Maybe they got some of that Michael Secret stuff from that Looney Tunes movie. I don't know, but here they come out. They're throwing punches. Nas Hart slamming it down like we know that he can. This is the College Achieve that we know.
So 5:28 to play in the third, and it's cut back to a modest 17-point lead for Montverde, and that's the problem. The gap has just become so wide that it's going to take a monumental effort for College Achieve to fully get back in it.
Even if you can't get back into it, coming out, executing, showing that you can get buckets on this team. I mean, this is one of those matchups where you knew it was going to be a tough one coming into it, especially they play, both of these teams, playing quality competition, but to be ranked nationally, to be 9-3 on neutral sites, like the way that Montverde has been for this season, this just might be one of those, hey, we're going to finish this one out.
Oh, Ingram with a step and a slam.
That's just Ingram saying, Maz, listen, we're closing this one out. Just shut up for a second. But you take a lot into this. You get to say, even just the memories, hey, we were on the court, one of the best academies in the nation.
Wow.
And we got buckets.
Nice backdoor feed, Morrow to Morrow, and it results in two.
Little brother connection there, huh?
Under 5 minutes to play in the third. Dante Allen pump faked it, out to Greer for three. That's way too much space.
I can see why Creighton was looking at him. They love shooting the three ball. He's quality at shooting the three ball. It's a match made in heaven.
And when he talked about Creighton earlier this year, he said He's going to try and work in as like a Baylor Shireman type of guy for the Blue Jays, and seeing how they developed him, he can see him filling a role kind of similar to that. And seeing his game today, you can see where the comparisons would be drawn. Hillsman from the corner, off the back rim, and Greer is there for the rebound. Allen this time for three, no good. Hart taps it around. Morrow with a great box out. And College Chief gets it back with 4 minutes to play in the third.
So, just playing devil's advocate, right? It's a 20-point game. 4 minutes left in the quarter. It's not impossible. We're not out of it yet. Jersey could still stay strong, right?
I appreciate your optimism. Hillsman gave it up. Either way, worth sticking around to see this Montverde attack. Nwabu from the wing, no good. Rebound tapped around, and Hillsman goes flying to get it.
That's what I'm talking about, Hillsman. Keep the offensive possession. You know, let's get after it. There's nothing left to lose here. Let's just compete.
That one goes through everybody, and last touch by Montverde, so it'll stay with College Chief. It looked like it grazed the leg of Dante Allen on the way out.
I saw a couple of nutmegs of that ball going through, so somebody had to have gotten contact on it, right?
3.5 to play in the third. Morrow, down low to Johnson, offensive foul. College of Chief bench can't believe it. Maybe a little bit of an exaggeration from King Gibson, but either way, he draws the whistle.
Man, let him have the bucket. He went up strong with it. You know, I mean, listen, it was probably an offensive, but I liked it. I liked the effort. I love the willingness to absorb the contact. Hey, listen, you can look at the glass half empty or half full. I prefer to look at it half full right now, my friend.
Hakeem Weems, Caden Allen, Dahani Miller checking in for Montverde. Allen gives it back to Ingram. And a walk inside.
Yeah, just an extra step on that hesitation there. They're going to catch him with that one, as I believe Caden Allen was just thinking about. I thought he might have saw C.J. Ingram go behind him. He might have thought about throwing it behind, thought about the other corner, but just gets caught.
That one out of bounds. It'll stay with College of Chief. Rattled around between Hillsman and the defender, and now College of Chief going to call a timeout and draw something up.
And you know, okay, listen, I got a little bit ahead of myself there, but now just under 3 minutes, 20 points. It's starting to get a little dim here. I'm completely fine if we just clear the court and just let Ingram and Hillsman just have a dunk off right now, and the winner takes the whole game. That'd be pretty cool, but you know, but no, I'm very interested to see what Coach Boff draws up out of here. I would like to see some three-point action coming out, because I think that's the only way that you could potentially get back into this one.
Well, if you're tuning in, you might be looking for St. Peter's Prep and St. Rose. Don't worry, they're on deck, and that promises to be a real good one, but we're a little bit behind here, day one of the 2025 Metro Classic. But St. Peter's Prep and St. Rose coming up next, but we got 3 minutes to play in the third of the game before, Montverde and College of Chiefs. So if you're a Marauder or you're a Purple Rose, sit back, you know, make some popcorn for yourself, settle in, and get to watch some of the best players in the country. Going to be Morrow, Maxey, Hillsman, and Johnson for College of Chief, and it's Maxey getting free on the inbound, no good. Dante Allen up ahead to Caden Allen for a slam. Allen to Allen results in two. Dahani Miller, C.J. Ingram, and Hakeem Weems rounding out the group for the Eagles. Maxey in some trouble, able to avoid it. A fall away, no good.
Maxey's the definition of craftiness. Just needs to be able to finish that shot, but he is so unconventional in the movements on the court that he creates so much separation. The defense is actually a little confused that he decided to take that positioning, but I like it.
Inside the lane, no good, but a whistle going to send Dante Allen to the line. And it looked like on the other end that Maxey was trying to use the body against the defender, try and draw some contact and a foul, actually missed the defender completely and was still able to get the shot up.
Yeah, you know, he likes that that little hop step into a fade midi, so.
Impressive body control.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, the form, it looks good. I think it just needs a little more height on it, but the shot looks good, man. I'll tell you, one of the nicer forms we've seen at the high school level.
Allen good at the stripe. Makes it a 23-point Eagles advantage. Morrow spinning off the glass, a bit too strong. Dahani Miller with the board. Taking it himself, Caden Allen floats it up to Ingram. Pump fakes, can't finish. Got the rebound tapped to him. Again, no good. And this time, Akeem Weems tried to dunk the putback home and couldn't get it to finish.
I have no clue how Ingram was able to even get that rebound. I have no clue how Weems was able, with contact on him, to just basically shake it off and go up and almost tear down the rim. My mouth is on the table at this point.
Nawabu and Nas Hart back into the game for College Achieved. Under 2 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Hart left that one short from the corner and gives up the reach-in foul about 70 feet away from the bucket. That's just his first. Gabe Weiss checking back in, the junior from Springfield, Kentucky. He's a three-star guy. He's got over a dozen power conference offers, but the one that he's really looking for is Kentucky. He was talking about the Mark Pope hiring. He said it's a great thing, and you see what Reed Shepherd did there, and you know what in-state recruiting does for that school, and maybe he could be the next in that lineage. Allen had it poked away, ends up with Weiss, couldn't handle it, out of bounds.
And I love, you know, the willingness to, you know, leave home trying to get better, perfect the craft, right? And then go back home to play at that next level. Because, you know, some of these states, like the college game, it just means so much to the communities there, you know. Not every state can be privileged to have a professional basketball team. So, you know, you think of like Connecticut and Kentucky, I mean, their bread and butter is their college teams.
Beautifully run fast break by Montverde, and it results in two. It's interesting you say that, because one of the things Coach Boyle said earlier this year, as the mid-range is good for Nawabu, said, you know, we're very honest with these guys and the families that, you know, with the exception of a guy like Cooper Flagg, you're not really going into the NBA as a superstar. You're going to have to play a role there, and, you know, being here and playing with these guys helps you learn that kind of role as Dante Allen knocks down the triple.
Well, you know, there's only one basketball to go around. Not everybody can be the star player every night. But, you know, when you play with this kind of talent, I mean, maybe you develop into that star caliber player, because if you can play in this kind of a system, you know, where even looking at the stat lines, maybe things don't always jump off the charts. That's because everybody's getting an even amount of minutes for the most part. There's a lot of ball that has to go around, and there's just so much talent where any given night, instead of one guy scoring 30 points, you got multiple guys scoring 14, you know?
And that's what he said, you know, you're going to get to the NBA by being an incredibly hard worker. You've got to be versatile, and you've got to know who you are and who you are not. And this is a good place to figure that out, practicing against some of the other best players in the nation and having to play with them and fit into a role.
Well, Jackie, not that I really had hoop dreams to begin with, but I definitely understand that I belong on this side of the table and not out there.
Maxey going baseline with 5 seconds to play in the third. Allen got to hurry. Down to two with one. Did he get it off? He might have. Either way, it was blocked by Deuce Maxey. Montverde bench wanted a foul, didn't get it. And so after three, it's a 57-29 Montverde lead. Man, that defense has just been stifling.
It's like a cyclone just coming on through. I mean, it just sucks everything in, creating turnovers. It's so impressive. And, you know, we talk about, you know, not necessarily, not everybody can be Cooper Flagg, but anybody could do their job, and everybody, it seems, is just, getting on the train. Let's make this locomotive go as fast as possible. They're sharing the ball well. It's a nice unit, man, and I'll tell you, they're doing it in style, and that leads me to my kicks of the game. Of course, I got to give it to my man Gabe Weiss. He's rocking a pair of white sneakers with the gold and purple, rocking all of the school colors. I absolutely love the colorway, showing the school pride. Why not?
And for College Achieve, I mean, still in this fourth quarter, a little bit out of reach, but you've got to try and take positives and move forward.
I mean, listen, you scored some tough buckets against a really tough team. I mean, top 10 in the nation for a reason. They just had a little more firepower going, but they also have a bigger recruiting net, so it is what it is. I mean, I liked some things that we saw. I like the Morrow brothers. They looked like they weren't backing down at any moment. I like that Nas Hart has picked it up. I like that Eric Hillsman. You can see the confidence each time we see him just gaining more and more. Again, Deuce Maxey's shot, although maybe not the best shooting night for him, I still like the shot selection, and I do like the form from it. There's things to take away to like from this College Achieve program.
And they're not done here at the Metro Classic. They'll play again Saturday night, take on SoCal Academy at 4 o'clock. So a chance to right their wrongs. In the corner, catch and shoot three for Caden Allen, knocks it down. The four-star, number 22 junior in the nation. Only official visit he's taken so far is Ole Miss, but he's also got Georgia on the radar. Expect to see him playing likely some SEC basketball 2 years from now. Allen trying to get to the bucket, dishes it off to Weiss for the slam. 6'8" junior using the long frame there, and good connection between Allen and Weiss.
Very much behind and under the basket, and in just one step, nice job by Hosman there on the three ball, but in one step is able to put down a two-hand jam. Jackie, I would kill to be able to do that. That's got to feel so cool.
Hillsman with the smooth stroke from three. Still a 31-point Montverde lead, though. Miller dishes over to Allen, knocks down the triple. Dante Allen, the two-time Florida State champ, three-time Nike EYBL champion. And obviously his father Malik here